Hey, what is up, guys? Jake are getting back with some Fruit of Grisaia. We're hanging out in some kind of black void, and Michiru is mixing solutions, and it's getting her incredibly hot and bothered. So let's get going. Wow, use of the word throbbing, that is very bold. What? So she's doing math to keep her hair blonde. Intriguing. Not what I expected, but cool. So she's dying. Oh, solution. She's not talking about math solutions. She's talking about, like, mixtures to, like, dab. Yes, to dab on her hair and also dab on the haters. You know, she can do both. She does both at the same time. It's called multitasking. Why are we witnessing this? I have no idea. Okay, give me that sick visual. Okay, there's no visual. Okay, so I take it went well. And she's dead. We've killed her. Or, well, she's killed her. Although it's not uncommon to hear someone who acts in bizarre, stupid ways derided as a space alien. As a general rule, the aliens I've seen in movies possess advanced intelligence surpassing humanity's. And some are even depicted as virtual gods, manipulating genetic sequences to control human evolution. Do aliens exist? Well, if you ask a scientific authority on the subject, they'll tell you in all likelihood, yes. But just as the children's eyes begin to sparkle, the scientists tack on a malicious afternote. Not that they're anything like what you're thinking. I mean, yeah, probably. Even if we do find some alien water flea wriggling around on a distant planet, I can't imagine it will inspire too passionate a response from the general public. The people don't want a rip-off like that for their ET. What they want is a simple, by-the-book alien, in air quotes. Why even have voice? We know who it is. Although I've experienced a wide range of auditory stimuli in my time, this is quite the ear-splitting shriek. There's considerable distance between me and the source, so there's no damage to my eardrums. Oh, thank God, I was really worried about his eardrums. But if I had to approach, I'd need to prepare myself a pretty decent set of earmuffs. Compared to the 120 decibels produced by the engine of a civilian aircraft, man, I don't care. There's no match in pure volume, but when you consider the sheer unpleasantness factor, it's a pretty competitive match. Again? Do you mind explaining what's going on? Oh, this is great. So she just screams sometimes. I mean, that's fine. Sometimes people just scream. It's fine. They're allowed. There's not a law against it. How long is a while? Several days? Weeks? Spain's Tomato Fight Festival. What in the fuck are you even talking about, child? What exactly is that woman doing? Other than shrieking like a banshee, of course. Yeah, because as we all know, aliens are known for screaming. I don't fucking know. Yes, because to contact the mothership, you literally just have to yell at it. I mean, obviously, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Communicating with the stars, eh? I see. Plausible. That woman is definitely a little out of the ordinary, unlike us, who are normal humans. Wow, sick burn, Machina. Fucking get her, dude. No holds barred. I don't think you should necessarily talk. Ooh, Yuji! Fucking put her in her place, dude. Got her. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you not know how to speak? Okay. Huh. I'm somewhat interested in the nature of the ceremony. Let's take a look. Yeah, she's probably naked and prostrate on the ground. We really should just leave her to her business. Like that? Like what exactly? Her titties are all flopping out like antennas. The Twitch trying to get a signal, you know how it is. I see. Then I'll do just that. Don't forget your video camera. As I approach Michiru's room, I notice a strange stench in the air. This is foul. Some kind of gas? The membranes of my nose twitch in response. Your nose twitches, yeah? My body recalls the tension it's known in the field. Really? I did receive training to retain the capacity for action even when caught in a cloud of tear gas, but doesn't matter how much training you have. The irrepressible coughing and running nose, the pain in your eyes, and the irritation of your skin will always lower your effectiveness. No, my mistake. This isn't gas. It's a solid. What? I thought it might have been dispersed pepper spray, but that seems to have been a misjudgment. The odor is terrible, but it's not dense enough to affect my... Okay, yeah, she's dead. Her hair has melted off, and she's dying. What's this? The ceremony Makino was talking about? It sounds like it's going really good, though. It hurts? What's that supposed to mean? The ceremony. Don't tell me it involves human sacrifice, and that she's the one who gets hurt, not the human she's captured. It doesn't make a lot of sense, I'll give you that, but it's just a theory, you know? When you think of human sacrifice, the Mayan civilization, what comes to mind? Yeah, sure. In order to offer tribute to the god of the sun, it said they would paint a human being blue and gouge out their still beating heart. Why paint him blue? That seems unnecessary. But ceremonies like that should have been ancient history by now, and in the first place, we're in Japan here, you know? Sure, dude. It's hard to believe, but if Michiru happens to have painted her body blue, then it's bingo. Said like a true human. Also, why would she paint her own body blue? She's clearly not sacrificing herself. That doesn't even make sense. She's emerged? I immediately tumbled my way across the hall with a skillful shoulder roll. Wow, so cool. Hide myself in the shadows and silence the sound of my breath. Oh my god. She's a ghost. She's a mommy, perhaps. Truly horrifying. In this moment, I know fear. Not the fear of death or the fear of darkness. This is, in fact, a variety of terror completely new to me. To explain its nature concisely. What the hell is this? Michiru's body was not, in fact, dyed blue, which is all well and good, you know, but rolls of cling wrap are draped all around her head. From inside, a mysterious sap drips out in globs. Just as Makina said, Michiru's eerie, irregular movements are reminiscent of a space alien. This must be the particular variety of terror that accompanies a close encounter of the third kind. If I'm discovered, all bets are off. It's that sort of fear. But it's worth it, dude. You gotta look your blondest, you know? Michiru wanders around the hallway with vacant eyes. Her cries are truly bizarre. Is she receiving a message? Or could that shriek itself be her transmission to the stars? Oh my. Wow. Really getting quite a show here. Oh god. Oh god. If anyone who has epilepsy, I'm sorry. Michiru draws near. Her lips are trembling violently. Her knees are weak. Her arms are heavy. There's vomit on her sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. Her eyes seem to have rolled back in her head. Just like I thought. She passes my hiding place and wanders off somewhere. It's been a long time since I wished so desperately from the bottom of my heart. Please don't find me. She's left a slimy trail behind her. Like a slug. I thought she was nothing more than a tsundere wannabe. To think she'd conduct such a mysterious ritual. Clearly, I need to handle her with more caution. I'm doing cool army shit. What are you doing standing around like a person? Huh, if it isn't Sakaki, let me ask you instead, what are you doing standing up like that? Fucking got her, dude. As for me, I was just taking evasive action in response to a certain crisis. I'm very scared of women. Oh, wow. Good job. I'm glad that you pretended to be interested. That's so nice of you. I stand up, brushing off the dust my clothes picked up during my roll across the floor. Incidentally, what are your thoughts on extraterrestrial life? I know it's a difficult question, but I want to organize my own thoughts on the matter. Please let me hear your opinion. Said like a real, normal guy. Sakaki answers my sudden question without hesitation. Wow, that is a bold call. Nani? Wow, okay, alright, Yumiko. Yumiko's got it planned out. I mean, at least she's a woman with a plan. That's why I respect her. Jesus Christ. Wow, so we aliens show up and we kill them. Yeah, okay, I mean, yeah, no, that sounds about right, to be honest. A battle for survival, huh? Sometimes there's no room for any other choice. And there's an old saying, the first blow is half the battle. Nobody's ever said that. No one, name one person who said that exactly. You can't because nobody's ever said it. My god. People have said so many things. Who could possibly be right? It couldn't possibly be both. I see where you're going with this. Wow. Oh, she's talking about a book and not real life. Well, what a twist ending. I was not ready for that. Novel? Oh, we were talking about a book? I meant real aliens for real. I mean, okay, on the one hand, that's kind of a fair answer. On the other hand, clearly I didn't say anything about a book, right? Oh, I see. My mistake. Don't tell me what to do, Yuji! We are crawling through every hallway we see from now on. How about that? Huh, crawling, is it? True, the low crawl they teach every SDF grunt is a method of advancing with your body pressed flat on the ground, so it's not surprising you'd see it that way. But I didn't advance even a single meter now, did I? Your powers of observation are still lacking, Sakaki and Miko, my friend. That was what we call the prone position. So cool. Oh yeah, absolutely, you better get ready. Oh, it's Sachi! What, were you listening? No, she just said that apropos of nothing. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you better. You know what, you'll be really sorry when the aliens invade and I don't protect you. How about that? Sachi's anxious expression suggests she took my conversation with Sakaki completely seriously. I'd say that depends on the contents of Michiru's reports. If she really is sending transmissions into space, their contents will decide our fate. I know, it's big news, but you know, she texted me, and now I know. Humankind ravages nature and slaughters innocent animals to eat their corpses. If the aliens learn of our savage ways, we won't get off easy. If you want, we can go watch the crucial moment together. Oh, that'd be so cute. It'd be like the end of Fight Club. We can hold hands and watch the world collapse around us. I'm so excited. So hyped for the destruction of humanity. I always knew it would end like this. Not with a bang, but with a tsundere. There, you see? Hey, careful. Get any closer and you'll be in danger. I know. If only there were someone... We should just put her down. That's really what we should do. It's the kinder thing. Listen. Observe with caution. Can you see how her eyes have rolled back? It's because she's enjoying this. Probably a sign she's under the control of the mothership. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty cool. Well, I mean, it's only a hypothesis for the moment. Here it comes. What? If it burns so bad, why do it? Yeah, it's, she's orgasming right now. She enjoys sending these signals so much. She may well be fighting with someone in the spirit world, but in the end, we're merely spectators. We can do nothing but watch over her battle. I know, we all were. She truly is the greatest Decepticon the world has ever known. Then again, we can also interrupt this in a variety of ways. That's a dance. What are we talking about? At a glimpse, it may look like she's going into convulsions, but there's also the possibility that she's simply working on her funky moves. Oh yeah. Oh, she knows how to bust it wide open. If you think of it as a modern dance expressing her inner self, I'd say this is actually pretty spot on. Yeah, she can stop twitching anytime. Look, that's because she's a secret dancer. That's the secret, I guess. Mine didn't pick up those cooking skills in a day either. Expertise is the result of hidden dedication to your craft. In other words, Michiru's sowing the seeds here and now for the future flowering of artistic accomplishment. What? Okay, we really jumped off this alien idea very aggressively in the last few sentences. And yet more evidence comes, yes. Babe, we're viewing it right now. This is it. This is the finished product. Decades of practice have led to this. We're making out. Don't worry about it, Amane. Shh, keep it quiet! Well said, Sachi. Please, Amane, you're the smartest one here. Please tell me you know what's happening. Great. Thank you, Amane. See, she knows what's going on. She knows she's not an alien. Doesn't it just bring a tear to your eye? Okay, thanks for stopping by, Amane. I don't know why you even bothered coming to the scene if you weren't interested in playing with us. Don't you understand the magnificence of those movements? Magnificence? That's a weird adjective. These steps express the terror of an invasion from outer space. Truly avant-garde. No, Amane. Take this seriously, please. Philistine! To think your frigidity would extend to the fine arts as well. Frigidity? What are you talking about? She's basically tried to fuck us like 5 times, dude. Oh, really? You can punch him, you know you're allowed, right? Thank you for summarizing, Sachi. I couldn't use context clues to figure it out. What a sad human being. Can't even appreciate this work of art. Or, you know, whatever it is, since I'm basically just making stuff up over here. Okay, we bored yet? I'm bored. I'm gonna go cry or something, I don't know. Okay, great. Like I said, let's have fun. I see. You're passionate. I'm bored, frankly. I got bored about 2 minutes in. Okay, this has been really great. We've all learned absolutely nothing. What a waste of my goddamn time. Good work. If you observe any dramatic changes with Michiru, make sure to report them to me. Great. As I'm leaving, it occurs to me that Michiru's movements are also similar to those of a zombie. If that woman is in fact one of the undead, I suppose I'll have to put a bullet in her head. Better do it just to be safe, huh? Compared to walking the earth as the living dead, I'm sure she'd want it that way. Stop vibrating, holy shit. Anyways, I guess that's the end of that scene. And now we're here, which means it's time for super fun times. When you take a walk like this, you realize just how wide a range of shops there is in this town. Just for food, we've got butchers, fishmongers, greengrocers, and convenience stores. There's even 2 large supermarkets on either side of the station. In the town I was living in before, there was of course a shopping area, but its scale was adequate to avoid any problems in my daily life. But, it was overall a pretty compact district. Really? Did the text get cut off? Wow, that's incredible. And most of the stores were small family-owned businesses. Doesn't even bear comparison to what you find in town fairly close to the volcano that engulfed our city in flames the other day. I don't intend to estimate the wealth of the town by its facade alone, but, look at the number of chic retailers of clothes, jewelry, and other non-essential luxury goods. You'll naturally get an idea of this place's relatively high-class population. Wow, this is a long intro to what I assume is going to be grocery shopping. So as for what I'm currently doing in this affluent town, I've been on my way to buy curtains for my windows, heading to a hardware store Amane told me about. Had been. Yeah, past tense. I noticed a certain abnormality about 10 minutes ago. Specifically, someone was on my tail. A spy, perhaps. I thought my imagination might have been acting up at first, but when I abruptly changed my course just to be safe, they came charging after me in a panic. There's no way this is a coincidence. There are 3 pursuers. Since they're following me in a group rather than dispersed individually, it's incredibly easy to tell. Pretending to look into the show window of a shop along the street, I casually glanced at their faces. But they weren't familiar in the slightest. And for a group with a grudge against my workplace... Why is it my workplace? Why not just workplace, but whatever. They seemed far too sloppy and dim-witted. Basically, they just looked like a bunch of juvenile delinquents. Although naughty lads, I like it. Like this exists in any town. Feels like you actually find more of them in well-off places like this, and they tend to be of a particularly ugly variety. They say the poor can't afford manners, but I find living in a place where everything you need is dropped in your lap tends to twist people in its own way. Forget about hard work, and it's easy to fall into warped ways of thinking. Well then, what to do? What reason would they have for following me around? Although I've been thinking over for a while, nothing's coming to mind. In which case, it would probably be best to ask them directly. Don't do that, please. Guess I'll lure them into some nice dark alley. Okay, don't do that either. What if they have a knife or gun? It's Japan. They probably don't have a gun. They could have a knife, though. Looking around my surroundings perfectly casual, I'm startled when something unexpected catches my eye. Hi, Makina. Good to see you. I'm just gonna turn you down like a lot. Holy shit. Anyways. Shit! Fuck, balls! Why did she have to appear at this of all times? You know, just hanging out. Definitely not about to get mugged. No, it's nothing. Are you alone? Where's Amane? Don't ask a girl if she's alone. That's like a really weird question. It makes it sound very rapey. Women have times when they need to be alone. You could have just said people have times when they need to be alone, but you know, whatever. I guess it's specific to women. Whatever. Amane said that? Oh, look, she thinks she's smart. Cheeky girl. Well, what can I do about this shrimp? Well, that's rude. At this rate, she might get mixed up in this. I thrust my hand into the rear pocket of my school uniform and pull out 3 10,000 yen notes rolled up with a rubber band. What? It's hot today, isn't it? Makina, feel like some ice cream? Yeah, we don't get on Amane's bad side, right? She'll kill us. What Amane doesn't know won't hurt her. Secret wink. I really want ice cream. Can you go buy some? Yeah, well, you're being, like, really weird, right? Please, I'll explain it to Amane so she won't get mad at you, okay? She'll mostly be mad at me, like always. I take Makina's hand and forcibly close it around the 30,000 yen. Okay, here's the thing. If you think you're being followed by thugs, waving around a giant wad of money and handing it to this small child? Bad plan. Not good. They're just gonna kill her instead. Look, girl, bail. You don't understand what a bribe is, huh? Really? Then go ahead and use the change to dabble in the stock market. Get the fuck out of here. Woman! Be gone. There are times when men need to be alone too. Anyway, ice cream. Head to the Baskin Robinson on the other side of the station. Make mine a caramel ribbon. Really? A Baskin Robinson? Is that a thing in Japan? I mean, obviously they're going for Baskin Robin, and they can't use that because, like, they'll get sued or something. But, like, are Baskin Robbins international? Are there Baskin Robbins in Japan? That's crazy. Wow, you really turned around on this issue in a heartbeat. Okay, good on you. Double or triple, whatever is fine. Get what you want. Okay, look, you're like stalling for no reason. Get the fuck away from me. What? Be gone, Thought. You're out of my life. Go. Because I'm too embarrassed to go into that place. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sexist, first of all. Second of all, not your man. Third of all, good women can ask whatever questions they want, especially when a man hands her 30,000 bucks and is like, go buy ice cream. Amane say that? Cheeky girl. What are you talking about? Leave. Go get mugged. You're my decoy. Get out of here. With who? While watching Makina trot off with the money I clenched in her hand, I exhale slowly. The bunch following me doesn't show any signs of chasing after Makina and her money. In other words, they're not after me for my cash, which was a brave assumption to make considering we could have gotten her mugged. If it's not a robbery, I guess that would leave a personal grudge or some kind of class resentment. Either way, not a particularly welcome situation. Well, whatever. After watching Makina disappear, I find an alley between a cleaner's and a liquor store and casually turn into it as if taking a shortcut. Oh, I'm ready for some kung fu action. Hey, Man A, you watch yourself. Whoa, Man B, don't be so smart. I was not on to you. This isn't a trap. Okay, Man C, you need to cool your jets a little bit here and be nice to your friends. Yeah, get him, Man A. You don't need any group unity. You'll fight all of them. I believe in you. Team Man A. That's what I always say. Okay, Man C, I don't know who pissed in your cereal box this morning, but you need to just chill. Calm the fuck down. Man B, always the voice of reason. I love you for that reason. What the fuck is this? Really? You dyed your hair blonde. Great look. Hey there, friends! Judging on this shot, directly in front of you, slightly on the ground, and sideways for some reason. Behind those beer cases! What? Do you need something? Why did you hide if you were just gonna come out and talk to him? Why didn't you just stand there? What do you expect from me? You're following me and being really weird. Man C, okay. This guy looks like a Man C, you know what I mean? Did we really wear a school uniform out and about like a fucking weirdo? This guy looks like a Man B. He looks like he's got his shit under control. Yeah, it is. What about it? Oh, okay. Here's a counter offer. No. No, you don't. No, thank you. We can just not. Why would you even do that? That's stupid. Hey, why did you ask about my school uniform for beating me up? Are you just like keeping, is it like a notch in your belt loop or something? You know, you gotta like write down, you have like a ledger or something? B, that's fucking stupid. You could have beat anyone else up. There was a little girl here, you could have taken her. Hey now, you're scaring me. Please stop, I can't stand violence. That also, okay, I'm getting a lot of mixed signals from you. Is it because you felt like it, or is it your job to just beat up random passersby? That's a really weird job. I don't see how you get money from that, unless you're robbing people, which is different, you know? And then you could just say, hey, give us your money, and then I would do it. Oh, he does have a knife. That's scary. Oh, wow, a taser, a stick, and a knife. In an apparent attempt to intimidate me, the man fires a flashy burst of sparks from the stun gun in his hand. The discharge of electrical energy scorches particles of dust in the atmosphere. A burning smell fills the air, pricking the depths of my nose. And then we passed out because we were scared. In the next moment, a siren rings out in my head. I'm in pouring rain, pushing through the mud at my feet. Are we really flashing back right now? This is a really bad time, actually. We were in the middle of something. Can we go back to the cool part, please? The taste of iron spreading through my mouth, hiding my body from the light of the flares. A knife dyed black in my hand, swallowing down my heart as it tries to leap out of my mouth. If you want to protect something, first protect yourself. Oh, and we're back. Great, that just happened for no reason. Huh, it seems the time has come to make use of my super self-defense technique. Yuji, you really are the lamest motherfucker in the universe. Why? What if I just ran? It's an alley. Presumably I could just turn around and leave. I'm gonna outrun your fat ass, you feel me? As the man raises his stun gun, takes a fighting stance, I draw a huge breath into my lungs. As opposed to the other places you draw a breath. I guess you could draw it on a piece of paper. And ringing out my voice to the limit, I scream. Help me! They're gonna hurt me! Damn it! Screaming for help like a little girl. What? I don't know what you expected, man. Someone help! Call the police! I don't... Nancy, okay, I'm gonna level with you. I feel like you didn't think this through, right? Like, your victims are gonna scream, right? If not now, when you stab them for sure. See, once he started screaming, why did you not hit him with any of the instruments that you brought? They would make them stop screaming really fast. The man's stun gun discharges a threatening pale bluish arc of electricity in my general direction. Hit him with it, though. Hit him with it. That'll get him to stop screaming. I reach out and gently grasp his outthrust hand. Oh, how romantic. As if trying to shake. Aw. Well, guess that's about what you'd expect. What? In this narrow alley, all three can't attack me at once. They're standing 3 across. I feel like they could. I feel like it wouldn't even be hard. Maybe the pipe requires some swing time, but this, you just gently stick on them. And this, you quickly stick on them. You know what I mean? Maybe he planned for this sort of cramped space, or maybe it's just a coincidence from prioritizing ease of concealment. Either way, the iron pipe in the man with the black tank top's hand is cut very short, not well suited for disabling me with a single blow. Okay, yes, you are correct, but the other two are. That said, the guy next to him with the knife isn't much use either. Counterpoint, it's a knife. It's pretty good. It might look the most dangerous of the bunch at a glance, but a weapon like that's actually a hindrance if he's not planning to kill me. Okay, making a lot of assumptions. He could just kill you, and even if he's not planning to, if he thinks he can use the knife, and he stabs you with it, he might kill you. In this situation, the flashiest, easiest to use weapon is also the most effective. The stun gun can stop me dead with a single attack. Okay, with you so far. But again, if you fight back, the guy with the knife, even if he was like, I'm not gonna stab him with the knife, he might go, oh shit, he's fighting, and stab you with the knife. The ideal would be to fire off a single shot to eliminate my mobility and crush my fighting spirit, which makes it weird that they didn't open with that. Then have all three surround me and beat me senseless. Damn it! Oh shit! This is Man C! What a twist! No, I like girls! Now that's just rude. I don't go around holding hands with men for the fun of it. I do it for sex. Though it looks like a casual light grasp, truth is I've got a hold on a vital point of the hand he's holding the stun gun with. Who knows what that means? He's got his hand by the balls. When I put pressure on this exact spot, he can't push or pull as long as he's maintaining his grip. If he were to pull back hard using the weight of his body, he could rip his hand free, but I'm controlling his center of gravity as well, so that's sadly not an option. Query, how are you controlling his center of gravity? How is that not him, the rest of him? You just have his hand, you're not controlling his center of gravity, are you? Whatever, let's just assume he knows what he's doing. Stab him, you have a knife, you have the solution to this problem actually. You should have brought 2 of those. It's not like I'm grabbing you that hard. You're just like the monkey with his hand stuck in the jar. Might as well just drop the banana, right? Okay, Yuji. I know, like in your head that probably sounded like really cool. But it wasn't. You should stop talking, please. Okay, language. At my words, the man's firm grip on his stun gun weakens for just an instant. In the moment I feel the loosening of his proximal phalanx bones. Yeah, sure. I twist his wrist sharply upward and dig my thumb hard into the side of his hand. And from the sound of it, rip it clean off. By first extending the joints of his wrist, then attacking them with pinpoint pressure of my finger, I've completely disabled his ability to maintain a grip. The stun gun slips out of his hand. Oh, whoopsie-doopsie! Catching the stun gun as it falls from the man's hand, I jerk his arm upward to immobilize the elbow joint, then push him hard against the pile of beer cases stacked along the wall. And then motherfucking vaporize him. Oh, hello, friends! I mash the man's face against the beer case while maintaining my incapacitating wrist hold. The next moment I push the stun gun against the scruff of his neck and throw the switch without hesitation. Seriously, stab him, you have the solution, and you have room to swing that big ol' pipe of yours. Like, fuck it, you have all the tools you need. Yeah, I know. One down. Here, catch. As the next man raises his short iron pipe above his head like a hammer, I abruptly toss the stun gun in his direction. Bad, you should have kept that. That seems like a really effective weapon. Like, all he has to do is nothing. He really has to do nothing here. The man reaches out in a panic to try to retrieve the stun gun. Why? Been a while since I've seen such a bunch of clowns. Huh, got him. Do you get it? Because they're goofy. I kick my knee up sharply into his virtually defenseless abdomen. Wow, color me immersed. Instantaneously doubling over his belly in an instinctive attempt to protect the place he'd been attacked, the man's chin sticks out as if begging to be kicked. Well, I mean, if you insist. Got him. Oh, that's man A. Why were they in that order? B, A, C? That's a terrible order. Why label them like that? Why not A, B, C? Whatever. The air that was in the man's lungs squirts out through his nose as his eyes roll back in his head. He crumbles face first onto the ground. Seriously, I love that you're just staying there with your knife like, well, I don't know what I can do. It's not like I can attack him. I just have a knife. I'll give you 2 seconds. Drop the knife. Seriously, if you... I don't know, why'd you even bring a knife? Why didn't you just bring, I don't know, your stuffed animal? 1. Just leave. Just bail, dude. 2. Cool. And then he vaporized. The man throws the knife in his hand aside and stumbles backward in a blind panic, trying to escape. And where are you going? I quickly tramp down on his foot from above. Where else would you tramp down on something from, Yuji? Help me help you. You don't tramp down on something from below. That's not how any of it works. Also, it's his foot. I can assume you didn't tunnel under the ground and then tramp it from beneath. You fucking idiot. Sealing his movement, then strike hard at the base of his throat with the joint of my right thumb. Why the joint of your right thumb? Why didn't you... Okay, yeah, I guess it makes sense. He does a choke move. Like a, like a choke slam, but without the slam. Just a quick choke. His throat crushed in the middle of a breath. The man's momentary compressed trachea sticks shut under the inward pressure from his lungs, rendering breathing temporarily impossible. And now, we just listen to him die. Ah, love the noise. As the man claws desperately at his throat, his eyes bulge open wide and release a flood of tears. Oh, he's crying. He falls with a thud onto his backside. I don't think we were done with our chat. You have to be a patient kid and listen to what others have to say, or you won't get any snacks. Okay, once again, Yuji, okay. I'm begging you, dude. I know you're, in the moment, so you don't have time to, think of all of them. But, next time you have a moment, which is a lot of time, you don't have many friends, just, write down some, cool one-liners that you could bust out, I hate you, or now you're gonna tell me what I want to know. Really, they don't have to be long or complex. Just, this is garbage. This thing about the snacks, dumbest thing I've read in a while. Glancing sidelong at the man as he grasps his throat with both hands and flails his legs on the ground, I crouch down and pick up the knife he tossed away. Well, if your throat happens to get cut, you won't be able to eat your snack anyway, I guess. Okay, once again, if you just drop this part about the snack, the line becomes a lot cooler. So just like, don't talk about snacks when you're threatening someone with a knife, you know? Please tell me, God. See, this actually more intimidating than the snack thing, just gargly noises. I've got questions. Would you be so kind as to answer? Okay, I get that attacking the throat was very effective, but questioning him immediately after collapsing his lungs or whatever, not a great plan. He's not going to give you much information. He can't breathe. What, can't talk? Want me to open a hole in your lung? It'll release that air pressure so you can breathe nice and easy. Once again, you knew this was going to happen. Why are you acting surprised? The man responds to my offer by violently shaking his head from side to side. Well, okay, it was just an offer. Don't worry. You've got 2 perfectly good lungs. Getting a hole poked in one won't kill you. Okay, once again, it's like, wrap it up, Yuji. As I stand looking down at him with the knife in one hand, the man scrambles desperately at the ground, trying to put some distance between us. Seriously, where do you think you're going? You want me to make it physically impossible for you to run? Just answer my questions. Yuji, okay, I get it. You're trying to be like a tough boy, but he can't talk. His throat's garbage right now. Okay, this is great. We got him right where we want him. First question, who gave you the orders? One of you said this was your job, right? But you didn't show any interest in a little girl with money in her hand, so this wasn't just a stick-up. Somebody asked you, right? To beat the shit out of me in particular. Wow, that's like a bunch. Define got you. Killed me? Beat me up for no reason? Kidnapped me? Is this even your knife? Did you just come along? Is one of them your big brother, your boyfriend? What the fuck? Screwed up. Should have talked to him instead of you. Still grasping the knife in my hand, I glance back at the man with the bandana. He's found the asphalt, his eyes rolled all the way back in his head, drooling from the mouth. Well, okay, fuck it, whatever. Next question. Did you come after me knowing who I am? Do you know my name? That's garbage instructions. Okay, I guess in hindsight, the school has about 5 people, and 4 of them are girls. So it's not the worst plan I've ever heard, but still, not great. Really not great. You're assuming I'd go there anytime soon, and they'd also happen to be there? Not a great plan. Well, that's as expected. The first thing these guys asked me about was the Mihama uniform. That's evidence they were targeting a male Mihama Academy student rather than Kazami Yuji. That's true, we probably could have guessed it. That said, I'm the only male student at Mihama Academy at the moment. As I said, good detective work, Yuji. So ultimately, I was the specific target. But considering the bunch of clowns they sent, it's hard to think this had any connection with anyone with a grudge related to my job. So who the hell? And for what reason? First things first. Doesn't seem like I'm gonna get anything useful out of you, does it? In that case, might as well finish this one off, make a bandana man, and squeeze it out of him. I mean, probably not. But maybe. Don't try me, kid. Don't get so worked up. Rest assured, I don't kill people. Well, sometimes they might wish I had by the time I'm through. See, Yuji? Effective. Didn't talk about snacks, not even one time. What are you quivering about? You that scared to die? I realized I'm still gripping the open knife in my hand. Oh, right. My bad. I'll give this back later. I released the folding knife's lock and shut the blade away with a snap. But I'd recommend not carrying toys like this around. Having one on hand makes you want to use it. With something like this in your pocket, your mouth gets smarter. You start swaggering around, picking stupid fights with people. And if you lose control, you end up doing something you can't take back, like giving away your knife. He's probably just trying to look cool, but depending on a toy like this to prop up your ego seems more pathetic from where I stand. Oh, I'm not killing anyone is what's happening, officer. The blinding beam of a flashlight shines through the dim alley into my face, and I instinctively shield my eyes. Really? You're just telling us to leave? Yeah, no need to scream. I'm not an old man. My ears work just fine. You know, for like a weird cop, you have a problem with authority, Yuji. And it's the same policeman, how exciting. But okay, before we get into some wacky hijinks with this guy, I'm actually going to draw this episode to a close. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate if you like that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and be sure to tune next week for another episode of the Fruit of Grisaia with yours truly. I'll see you guys then.